Hey everybody, welcome to Garrett's Games of Geekiness. We are a video channel and also an audio podcast, so hopefully you are enjoying these new videos that we are doing, mostly based on the new releases from Essen 2024. So up to this week, we have Whispering Woods from Fractal Juegos, designed by Cristian Bustos and Bernardo Vasquez. It is for 1 to 4 players. It says it plays in about 30 minutes and has an 8+ rating on there. I think it probably should be about a 10. Just saying.
It's pretty
but
challenging.
Yeah, it's got some challenge to it and some fun. Oh, by the way, how you doing, honey bunch?
I'm doing great, dear. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. So, without further ado, let's get on with Whispering Woods. So in Whispering Woods, what you're going to be doing is building your own little forest area for your animals. I've got the little birds here. Shelley's got little bunnies. We've even got little deer or frogs, all right? So those are the different types for the different players. We have a starting tile, and these tiles are two-sided, of course. They're nice, thick cardboard, by the way, which is really nice. And so you're going to have a starting tile in front of you, and then you're going to be placing one of your animals onto that starting tile. And these, when they are on this side, in other words, the colored side or the mission side, if they're on the mission side, that is a goal that you're going to do to try to create a forest path that your animal can wander on, and then you can score. So for example, this starting tile, I would have to have meaning a particular color at either end, the same color, but then 4 different colors in between, and then I would get 10 points at the end of the game. We'll talk about how you do that here with the different actions that you can do. So the first action you can do, I'm going to talk about in just a minute. So at the start of your turn, you can do something, but that doesn't come until later in the game after you've achieved some missions. The primary action that you're going to do is you are either going to draft 2 tiles from the 6 that are available, or draft 1 tile and turn it so that its mission side is the one that is face up, and place one of your remaining animals onto that mission tile. So for example, I might want to, on the start of my turn, draft, say, these 2 tiles. Now, why would I want to do that? Well, I'm looking at it and saying, okay, well, I could start with either blue or red to deal with this mission, but this tile, which currently is not a mission, has a mission on its other side. So, on a subsequent turn, if I were to say, take this tile, and maybe looking at what I've got, I'd maybe take this tile, I can, as an option at the end of my turn, after I've either taken 2 tiles that go in color side up, or 1 tile mission side up, I can then do a mission. So, say I had run this mission and I had been able to move this tile.
Just put your other chicken on it.
Yeah, say I had been able, I took this in as a mission instead, okay? What I could then do to get this mission, which is purple, red, red, or red, red, purple, I can go red, red, purple. I then get this, it comes out of my forest display, and the one I land on, the one I finish on, I also turn over, and now it is going to be a mission as well going forward. Now, I don't have gray, green, or yellow that I've gotten, so maybe this might have been a decent one to take. But on subsequent turns, I'm going to try to get it so that I can complete that mission as well. The game ends when a certain number of missions get fulfilled and you finish out the round. One of the things that you are trying to do, however, is deal with these cards, because these are what they call combos. Yes, trying to do more than one mission on a particular turn. So for example, you could get 3 extra points if you've got one of these 4 cards where you've done at least 2 missions, or 3 missions gives you 5 points. 4 missions in one turn gives you 8 points. And if you get 5 missions done, you're going to get 12 extra points. That's really big.
That's hard to do too.
Yeah, it is hard to do.
Yeah.
Exactly. Definitely. And so you continue to build out, and so that there's that angst of, and I think it would be even more in a 3 and 4 player game, but this was still really good 2-player. We'll talk more about that in a minute. There would be more angst of, do I do my missions early to maybe try to get the lower combo cards, or do I hold off and hold off and hold off so that I can maybe get these higher missions done and get those combos? Now, combos can be done. So if I had, for example, this yellow and green, and I'm going to, by the way, you're pulling from a gray, pulling from the bag. If I find a gray here, okay, when I did that first mission, okay, and I flipped it over and I took this out of here, I can then continue and do gray, green, yellow, and I've got then this one, and then this comes out as well. So I've just done 2 doing a combo on my turn. Later on in the game, now that I have missions that I have accomplished, I can now do what I had referred to as the first thing on your turn. You can, 1 time per turn, turn one of these over. It is worth 1 fewer point at the end of the game, but you can then swipe the 6 tiles. There's always 6 that are available to you at the beginning of a turn. You can swipe those 6 tiles that are available for you to draw from, add 6 new ones out before, of course, you put these 6 back into the bag. You don't want to have those to draw from. So you can do that as a single action at the beginning of your turn, optionally, by turning over a mission that you've completed. And as I said, that's now worth 1 fewer point. So instead of 4 points, this one would be worth 4 minus 1, 3 points at the end of the game. You finish out the round with 2 players. It's 10 missions that you want to get, and as soon as somebody hits that, you finish the round, and that ends the game. So what'd you think of Whispering Woods and this exploration of our little forests here?
It's a great game.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. It's really challenging to try to get more of them put together. More of
the combos.
The most I was ever able to do was 3 combos, though you did a 5 combo at one point.
I did do a 5 combo.
Yeah, he's much better at this game than me.
This is definitely Doug's wheelhouse right here.
Yeah, no, this is an awesome game.
Yeah.
I mean, the pieces are easily flip overable because you're going to be taking out your pieces because they're nice and thick, which is good. And you're going to be flipping over the ones that you land on. But trying to make sure you land on the correct one, and also that you've built other things that can then support that later, is really challenging to do. Yeah,
trying to get it so that you set up those combos so that you also then don't turn over a tile so that its mission side, because it's a color that you need. So you got to make sure that you're doing your missions in the right order. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It can be. It's got that good angst about it, in my opinion. And I like this idea of you're making the best of the luck of the draw, but you can mitigate that at least once the game gets going. Once you get that first mission done, you do have the chance to flush the things and move on. But then, of course, you're also looking at the 6 tiles that are out there and saying, maybe I want to get another animal on the board and take that one just as a mission, given what I have set up of the patterns that I have.
Or you're working on different parts of your board. So over here, you're going to be trying to accomplish one mission, and maybe you have a different mission over here, so you don't have to worry about them connecting together.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's great. And you always seem to want to take one of the color tiles and a mission, but you can't do that.
Yeah,
you have to
there is
do
that
one mission or 2 tiles.
Exactly. So I really like this game. Again, that is Whispering Woods from Fractal Juegos, designed by Cristian Bustos and Bernardo Vasquez for 1 to 4 players, 30-minute plus. And I would say, given what you've got to do here, probably a 10 plus rather than an 8 plus on the box. But definitely solid game that really can play in about 30 minutes.
Yeah, it's a great game. A heavy game for 30 minutes.
Definitely. That'll do it for this week. Remember, you can sponsor the podcast by going to patreon.com/GarrettsGames. Give us a thumbs up and subscribe to this little channel that we've got that we're building and burgeoning up here. And hey, if you see this, hopefully you've seen us at BGGCon, because we're going to have some videos from there as well. And listen to our audio podcast, our long-running, almost 19 years, audio podcast over at GarrettsGames.com. Finally, we have a bunch of games. some of which no longer fit on our shelves, but they belong on your table for a low price. You could purchase some games from us. We will ship them to you, and then you support the podcast that way.
Yep.
All these great things. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening, and we'll look forward to talking to you next time. Bye.
Bye.